This is a follow-up lesson to the one we did yesterday with the fox lesson. As you can see, the bodies are about the same. The only difference is the head and the tail. And so starting off with the dog drawing, I'm making these rectangular shapes that are the head and the ears. These don't have to be perfect. We're just kind of sketching them in. I'm going to continue on with the neck and follow that same template, that same design we did yesterday, where I've got that backward C kind of forming the back of my animal, the line across the bottom that will be the tail. Then I'm doing a little smaller C here, and I'll just come in here and continue drawing my tail here. I won't do a fluffy tail like I did for the fox, and so mine's going to be a little bit skinnier. And then I'm going to draw these 3 lines here that represent the front legs of our dog and make that upside down U for the haunches. I'm kind of making a little pause there. Now I want to start focusing on his face. I'm going to draw his nose, and instead of drawing a smaller nose from like I did with my fox, I'm going to draw a little bit larger nose for my dog. Make the same kind of mouth, a smiley face, and then draw little dots. That's all I needed. 1 dot, 2 dots there for his eyes. And now I want to start giving this dog, start giving him a little bit of character with his cute little spots that he has on his face. Make him unique. Now, you don't have to draw your spots in the same place. You can do whatever you want. Maybe you have a dog that you want to draw, and so you can follow the same color patterns. If you have a black dog, color them all black. If you have a yellow dog, color them all yellow. It's up to you. I have a dog named Opie, and he's got these big spots on him, so I'm just kind of drawing this based off of what my dog looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and start filling in and coloring my creation. And so you can do the same thing. Just get in your crayon box, get in your paints, and start having fun. And just like my fox, the very last thing that I want to do with my dog is I'm going to outline my dog with a black marker or a darker crayon, a darker pencil, just to kind of help everything stand out and pop, and just to cover up some of my sketch lines that are a little too loose. Here comes the fun part. It's giving our dog a little character. If you can, add a little white speck in his eye. It makes him look like he's got a little personality, and add a little white line across his nose. That adds a highlight. It just gives your artwork a little extra oomph and makes it look visually appealing, and you'll really love it, and others will too. Okay, now on to our cat. We're gonna make the same shape we did for the fox. You probably thought the fox was looking a little like a cat anyway when we were drawing it in our first lesson. But the difference is I'm not making those dots as far away from the head as I did the fox. The fox had a bigger ear. And now we're gonna continue with that template, start drawing that neck, do that backward C shape for the back. I got a little ahead of myself. I was drawing that smaller C first, but draw the tail, go ahead and do that second backward C. And just like our dog, I'm giving my cat a thinner tail. I'm kind of having it wrap up at the end, making those legs, that upside down U for the haunches. And then here's my eyes, and you can do cat eyes in all different shapes, but I've just done little slits. I've done a smaller diamond shape for the nose. You can get as detailed as you would like. It's up to you. You may have a cat at home and you want to start thinking about painting your cat or coloring your cat the way that your home cat looks. So I'm just going around my creation. As you can see, I'm getting a little more quicker in my steps of drawing, and so will you. The more that you practice, the faster you will be, and you'll be able to create lots of different kinds of animals using this exact same pattern. I'm just having some fun here. I don't have a pink cat, but I thought it would be fun to create a cat that is pink. You can do whatever you want. That's the fun part about being creative. Just let your mind be creative, allow yourself to do that, and have fun with it, and just get better and faster at your drawings. And the great thing is, when you learn how to draw in these kinds of steps, and you learn that a lot of your artwork that you do is all based off of different shapes like triangles and circles and ovals and rectangles, you'll be able to be a great art teacher yourself. You can teach your siblings how to draw, you can teach your mom or your dad or your grandparents the exact steps that we went over and show them how they can be great artists too. And now it's time to go ahead and put that speck of white in the eyes and the little highlight on the nose. And I don't want to forget about my cat's collar. It's really important that our animals are wearing collars with identification on them, so if they ever get lost, someone can find you. Okay, that's it. I hope you had fun with this lesson. I would love to see what you've done and what you've created. If your mom and dad can upload a picture onto our page, that would be wonderful. You guys have a great day. Stay safe.